Hey guys, welcome back to the Linux course. So this is the second part of the fifth module, and right now we're going to start with what is a function in Unix. Okay, so a function is a set of commands under a function name which is executed when the name is called. So a function is basically again a set of commands under it. So when you create a function, under that function you put in multiple commands. So now when you call the function with its name, so let's say you're creating a function named as function1. So now under function1 you have put in like 4 to 5 commands. So now when you just type in the function name in the shell, it'll execute all those 5 commands. So this is how you create a function, and this is what exactly the function is. So the difference between a shell script and a function is you can create a function in the shell itself. You don't need to create a file and then create a function inside that. You can create a function in the shell itself. You have a command for that as well. So now we'll look at the benefits of a function. So why can we use a function? So let's say you are particularly doing a task in your Linux system continuously. Every day you are doing that particular, using those commands 5 or 6 times. So now you don't want to type them again and again because you're just moving your arrow keys and hitting enter, and you're doing that process 5 times a day. So now you want to automate this process. So you want to reuse the same commands again and again. So now what you do is you create a function, put those commands in a chronological order, and then use that function whenever you want to do those commands. So now you just enter the function name and those commands are automatically executed. So now there is no issues. So you can reuse that code whenever you need. We can test in parts. You can create multiple functions with multiple functionalities. Like let's say you have a code which has 4 features. So now you can code each feature in one single function, and you can execute each function and check whether that function is working properly or not. Then can use variables according to scope. So if you're using that function in the local bash, you can use all the local variables. If the same function is executed in another shell, then those local variables will not be available. But if you are using that function and using global variables, then you can execute it anywhere. But when you're using a function, you can use the variables under that particular local scope. And then better readability. So basically inside a shell script, if you create multiple functions, you'll exactly know what this function is for. Instead of writing the code continuously, if you just separate them, if you just separate the script with multiple functions, then it will look better for the human eye to read it. And then finally, code is in substeps. So that's what I was saying in the previous thing also. When it is better readable, obviously the code is in substeps. Only if it is in substeps, then we can basically understand it and exactly know for which feature is this function for. We can easily understand that, and we can also easily debug it. So now moving on. So we've seen what is a function and the benefits of a function. Now let us create a function and see what exactly is the benefit and how exactly we can create it. So the function, to create a function, the keyword in a Linux or any Unix system is function itself. You'll have to use function, and then you'll have to provide the name of that function, and then you'll have to start providing the commands. So you can see here in the below example, function say hello world, inside parenthesis I'm giving echo hello world, and I'm hitting say hello world, and it's printing the value over here. Now let's do that. Okay, so now function. So this is the keyword to create a function. So I think there would be a man page for this. No, there is no man page for this, but still function, and then you'll have to provide the function name hello, and you'll have to use parenthesis and start entering your commands. So you can do this parenthesis and then enter your commands like this: echo hello, echo how are you, close parenthesis, and done. The function is done. So once you have opened the parenthesis, then it will understand that you're entering the commands inside the function. Once you've closed it and hit enter, then it will understand the function is over. So now if I hit hello here, you can see hello, how are you written here. Now if I open another shell and let me type hello here, now you can see it is not recognizing it because this particular hello function is just for that local shell. Now let me exit from this shell. So we've seen how to create a function, what exactly is a function. So now let's get back to the PPT. Okay, so now other ways to create a function. So as I told you, this is one way, and then this is one way, and then one more way is hello. Now you can start entering the values, and I think you can enter hello. So it won't work because I've done a mistake. Oh, sorry. Hello one parenthesis echo hello, close parenthesis, done. So now you've created a function. So now I'll type in hello1. So you can see it's printing hello. This is one way of doing it. So there are multiple ways of creating a function. So one is this, we can provide it in the same line. Second, you can provide this statement separately for your better understanding. And then you can also use this particular method, that is two brackets, open and close brackets together, to tell it is a function, and you will get the sub spaces where you can enter your functions commands. So this is how you create. Now the next is function with parameters. So now the function is not just you can create echo, you can just print something. It's not that. You can create any command inside it. Sorry, you can use any command inside it to create a function. So look at this particular example, function multiply. You're creating a function for multiplying. So now a is equal to $1, b is equal to $2. So now function $1 in the sense, the first parameter, $2 is the second parameter. So now multiply is equal to dollar brackets a into b brackets echo dollar multiply close parenthesis. So now what it does is, now if you just enter multiply, basically it won't ask the values to you, because you've entered them as $1 and $2, not read. So if you've entered them as $1 and $2, it'll look for a parameter right beside it. Multiply, then first parameter space second parameter. So look at the below example, multiply space 2 space 1. So we have both entered the first and the second parameter, and see the last one again, multiply 252. So it has multiplied successfully. So this is how you can enter function with parameters. Now we'll try this as well. So now function add, and a is the first parameter, b is the second parameter, c is the third parameter. Now sum equals to $a plus b plus c, and echo $sum and close parenthesis. So now add 1 2 3, add 2 4 2 8. So it's basically you can enter 2 or you can enter 1. So this is how you create function with parameters. Now once you provide parameters, it will take them as inputs and execute that particular function. We're going back to the PPT. So now we've done this part, we've created a function and we've looked at various ways of creating a function as well as function with parameters. So the next topic would be calling a function in a file and calling a function in a file from another file. These two topics we'll see in the next session. Thank you for attending this session.